Hello people, it's Stylosa and Kirioth from unitlost.com, and this is a new funky little feature on our crazy little channel. It's a weekly gaming news discussion.
It is indeed, and it takes over the entire week, not just like yesterday and the day before, but all the way back.
Oh, you know it. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at what's been going on, and we're going to talk about it because, shockingly enough, we actually talk about games all the time. So it dawned on us, why don't we just record this? And I think actually I moaned about it in a vlog at some point, although I've moaned about quite a lot of things in a vlog, because ain't that the point of a vlog?
It is, vlog, it's just a video version of a blog, and as we all know, blogs are made entirely so you can complain about stuff, so...
Anyway, where should we start, Soldier? There was a new Skyrim trailer. Did you watch that? What did you think of that?
I only watched it the once. I never watched it again because I didn't really want to. Because there was a particular moment, and I'm sure you know which moment this was. I believe there was some sort of giant fellow.
Oh yeah, when the dragon gets him.
Minding his own business. And a dragon comes down and picks him up. Mm-hmm. This wouldn't be a bad thing, but if I remember correctly, didn't the giant just stand there and do nothing?
I don't think he had any animation, did he? He just was like... Hoi! Hoi!
Yeah.
That noise represents being stiff. That's wrong. And then he just collapsed into the floor.
It didn't look great, did it? It looked a bit...
Also with the combat as well, looked a bit dodgy. Like it looked like it was just Oblivion. Like he was going in. I mean, he was dual wielding swords at one point, which was what every man needs. But he was going in, hitting things, and it was like it just looked like Oblivion. And what got me about it as well was it was an Xbox 360 demo. Now, surely, if you've got better graphics in your PC version, you would show that off, not the Xbox version, because you'd be conning, people who have the 360 into thinking, oh my god, the graphics look amazing here, son. But, so it's like, that's a bit worrying, that is, because it's like, well, is this just going to be Oblivion, but with a different environment? I'm not saying that's bad, because I'll still play the shit out of it, and I'll still get it. There's no doubts about that, but it's like, yeah, I don't really know what to make of that.
The thing is, I was expecting a lot more when they announced it, and seeing that just made me think exactly that. Are we going to be getting a slightly better Oblivion? Because I'm fairly sure I already own Oblivion. So,
and I mean, wasn't Oblivion a launch title for the 360? Was it? No, I don't think it was actually, but I think it, because when I bought my 360 all them years ago, which just became a foot stand, terrible. That actually came with Oblivion. That did. I don't know. I mean, to me, Skyrim, it's like, yeah, I don't know, that gameplay trailer clip, it was literally the worst thing I've seen so far about it. I mean, it looked just like, I don't know, it's hard for me to expect. I expected to see it advance, not just, remain stagnant. Just giving you, I mean, hey, I don't know, the game's not out, I've not played the game, and all I'm going off is a couple of gameplay clips I've seen, and especially the latest one. It's on unitlost.com if you want to check it out, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know, the animation on the giant was terrible, and the combat looked a bit dodgy as well.
Yeah, it's not really... It doesn't look like progress, which is what you'd expect. But then again, I mean, do we know when the release date is for Skyrim yet?
Yeah, it's the 11th for the 11th for the 11th, ain't it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm sure it was 111 days ago the other day. I seen Twitter lighting up about it. I thought, dear oh, dearie me.
It's got time then. I mean, maybe they've pushed out information too soon, but it's definitely...
Well, the only hope is it's from some kind of early build, but I doubt it is. That's literally got to be what it's going to look like, because they can't change much in 100 days.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out when we get a hold of the game, but that gameplay clip, I was not impressed, because I mean, when you see the old clips, especially the announced one, let me see if I can find the bit. Yeah, where he goes, "Ball back in, Dragonborn!" Crazy, that is. Absolutely crazy. That's what we want. We want that.
we don't want static giants getting thrown around.
Crazy. So
yeah.
What else was the news, bloke? What else went down? Call of Duty had new screenshots, bloke.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
What can we say? Well, all we can say is that the Modern Warfare 3 screenshots look exactly like Modern Warfare screenshots should. Which is exactly like Modern Warfare. So there's just no changing that whatsoever. Every time I see anything about Modern Warfare now, I have to look twice to make sure that it's not from the first game. And even when it is, you can't tell the difference anyway. So,
well, I mean, I'm looking at the screenshot here on our site, the one with the boats. It's like it don't look like a real screenshot. It looks like they've added bits into the background. I don't know whether they have. I mean, I'm just speculating here, but it looks like, I mean, if you zoom into it and look really close at the floor, well, you don't even have to look close where the guy is who shot some other lad dead. The texture work is dead bad. It's like really, really bad. It's like, that's bad, that is. I can't really stress how bad it is, and the boats even look a bit dodgy. But in the background, like them explosions and the fog and all them like pillars of dust and whatever, they've just been superimposed on there. They're not rendered by the engine, so it's like, that's dodgy. I mean, when you compare it to Battlefield 3, it just looks terrible. It's like, oh, for me, like Modern Warfare don't do anything new. I mean, the last Modern Warfare game I played Modern Warfare 2, the single player. Yeah, I never played the multiplayer. I couldn't bring myself to do it. The single player Modern Warfare, the first one, I remember we played that quite a bit. That was all right. That was. But when did it come out? Let me find out.
It was it 2006, 2007? One of the two.
It might be
I'm
2007.
Sure it was. But I mean, when that came out, it was actually a pretty decent game. You know, we played that a lot, I remember, the original Modern Warfare. It's still the original Modern Warfare, ain't it? It's just got a number after the end. So
2007 it was, yeah. The thing is, they use the same engine, don't they? It's dead lazy. It's like, I mean, on the one hand, from a business point of view, you can understand Activision. It's like, look, why do we have to waste money developing an engine? Because we can just pump the same game out, and we're going to make loads of money off it anyway. Because, I mean, it's going to make them loads of money. It always will. But it doesn't change, and you've got to ask yourself, how much can people actually take who are playing Modern Warfare? It's like, okay, Modern Warfare, right? Then Modern Warfare 2, same game, basically, right? Then Black Ops, still the same game. There's nothing really different. Modern Warfare 3. Now, Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer is meant to be smaller maps. Smaller maps? It'll just be an absolute, like, shit fest. Everybody will be getting blitzed as they spawn. But you'll get your little your little badges faster. And all that crap. Is that all they want? Is that all Activision think their players want? You know, like, oh, they just want all the badges and the achievements, so let's give it to them as fast as possible. So, a month down the line, when they've played it to death, they can then buy the DLC. Is that how they operate?
I really hope it isn't, but then again...
It probably is, because it makes sense, like, from a financial point of view. Modern Warfare 3 is like...
It's going to sound like we're ripping on the franchise, but the thing to remember is that actually the first one, Modern Warfare, was good. I liked that game. I played it a hell of a lot. The multiplayer, I thought was really good.
The earlier CODs were good as well. COD 2 and all that, they were good as well. You know, it just went downhill after Modern Warfare. That's when it became, you know, like Activision really started pushing it and all that kind of stuff, and they realised it was becoming a major player on the consoles. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. It is designed for consoles, ain't it, really? That's where it's going to make the money. But when you compare it back to Battlefield 3, it just looks like there's no destructible environment. There's no massive war. There's no vehicles. There's no, you know, all the added bit. There's no, like, well, there is. There's, what's it called? Call of Duty Elite or something where you have to pay for it. But you get that service free for Battlefield. It's like... It's dodgy, and I think
there's
on
no
the other hand,
development, is there? That's the problem.
There's no progress. It's just the same thing. All they've done is added social media stuff to it, that ain't development, is it? Well, it is in one sense, but the game is not any different. So, like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of Modern Warfare anymore. I might have been in 2007, but not now. It's 2011. That's like 4 years ago now.
Yeah, between the two, for me, it's just going to be Battlefield 3 every time. I mean, I might try Modern Warfare 3, but I can't see myself spending a lot of time on it, because why would you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you like it, it's hard to say that, and it's like, oh, I ain't going to play it, but I don't like it. But if somebody does like it, you know, then they've kind of got a different perspective on it. Anyway, let's talk a bit about Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3, I noticed, this was quite a nice little feature I saw in a video of all the alpha stuff, which is all getting posted over YouTube and then being ripped down by EA. Was the laser sight on the gun. You can blind people with it. And if you think about it, that makes sense, don't it? Because if I shine the laser in your eye, you'd get the red dot in your face, wouldn't you? And also, like, things like the sound, like when the guns were firing, if they were shooting in an open space and ran into a room, the sound was different on the gun. Now I remember Bad Company 2 had dead good sound. Well, it still does. You know, the sound's really good in that, and in fact, that's probably the best game to date for me. With the sound, like, you know, all the special sound effects and whatever, you could see they'd really put effort into it, and it's only going to be better with Battlefield 3.
It's one of those things that I've been looking forward to since I heard about it. I just want in. I never
We
even
also
played
don't have
Battlefield 2
alpha
that
access.
much, but
If anybody wants to give it us, great.
yeah, if anyone's got a spare key lying around, just, you know, chuck it over. We'll put it to good use, we promise. I think the next thing after that was From Dust, wasn't it? It's been delayed on the PC, released
Oh, From Dust,
on
yeah.
Xbox, but delayed for the PC for apparently no reason that we've been told about anyway.
Well, people were saying it was getting delayed for some kind of summer game sale on the downloadable games on Xbox Live. And then other people were saying it was to do with the DRM. But I have noticed that today there has been some news about the DRM. They were saying that single player is DRM free, because we all know Ubisoft or whatever you want to call them. They are rancid for DRM. Like, they absolutely just... I think you were saying when you were on the website, they're just absolutely frightened of pirates, but it's like they go to such extreme lengths that you just wouldn't even... I mean, one of their games which interested me was Ruse, but I don't want nothing to do with it because of the stupid DRM. It's like, well...
Yeah, that's actually what I think I've actually got what I said here, which is someone was asking about why Ubisoft were methodically delaying PC games. And they said it was probably due to putting the DRM, and they couldn't understand why it is that Ubisoft kept putting the DRM on.
Yeah.
And all my basic view on it is it's largely because the people running Ubisoft are massively out of touch with the customer base and feel that punishing their loyal PC followers for the actions of the pirating community is not only accepted but required to sell the games. But the problem with that is the DRM still gets cracked, the games still get pirated, and the only people that have a problem with the games are the people that have bought it, because they're the ones who are having to fight the DRM, as you have to be connected to the internet all the time to play the game in the first place.
The best way to beat the pirates is to produce a good game, because surely if people are downloading games illegally, then if a game is so good, you know, they'll go and buy it anyway, because you're never going to stop it. There are ways of stopping it, obviously, like, you know, if you have the always online required DRM and whatever, that's great, but people are still going to crack that, because all they simply do is just, you know, block the access to the master server or make a dummy server or whatever they do. I don't know, I'm no programmer, but it must be something along the lines of that, which then stops the game communicating with their servers, so then they can, you know, cons it into believing that you can just play it. If a game's got really good multiplayer, then, you know, people will buy it, because you can't play multiplayer with a cracked game, can you? It's just...
There are things in place, but it'll never be the same, will it? It's like
you're always going to have it. It's like it's always going to be there. But I remember a famous thing with Windows. I'm sure Windows or Microsoft said something like, if there wasn't as much piracy as there has been of the Windows operating system, then they wouldn't benefit from all the additional sales. You know, of like other software and stuff like that. So it actually kind of benefited them. I'm sure I'm not talking out my arse. I'm sure that was something to do with it. But I mean, just going back to DRM itself, I can understand they want to protect their work, but on the other hand, you know, you've got to realise that you can't cause problems for people who buy the game. You know, my internet's offline. Oh, I can't play my games now. Bye.
That's the worst thing about it. It's like, that's the thing that really puts me off about going for anything to do with Ubisoft anymore, because it's like the DRM does not inconvenience pirates, because when the pirates download it, there is no DRM. It's the people who've bought the game that have the DRM, and then they find, oh dear, some idiot down the road has managed to cut through my internet line, and I cannot play any of my Ubisoft games because other people can. What? Eh?
Terrible.
Don't make any sense. I do not agree with it, sir. I do not agree with it.
But the game From Dust itself does look kind of interesting, like the type of god game it is. But again, we can't pass judgment on it until we actually get our hands on it. The question is it pure? We just don't know.
I hope so. It reminds me of Populous, and I love Populous.
Yeah,
that was an immense game, but I haven't really found anything like it since. There was Black and White, but that wasn't really the same.
I never really played Black and White, so I can't really say anything about that. We have we've got a TeamSpeak free server as well, so get your ass over there onto it. This is actually being recorded on the TeamSpeak server because that's how we roll. I'll stick a link in the description. What else have we got?
It's that good quality. It's recordable quality. That's what it is.
Tell me about it. Better than Skype. Humble Indie Bundle. Now, there's actually a new bit of news today about this. Notch has actually put Minecraft into this. Now, when I first seen it, I thought, oh right, so I'm going to get a free copy of Minecraft, because I'm just going to say it, I'm not exactly a fan of Minecraft. It's kind of like Terraria is to me. I don't really understand what the point of it is if there is no point. I know you can download mods for or scenarios, adventure packs, or whatever they are for Minecraft to give you some kind of purpose, but I just can't play in a world where I can just do what I like. It's almost like I want to achieve some goals or something. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't appeal. Maybe I just ain't the right type of person for it. But anyway, Notch has added it to the Humble Indie Bundle, but there is a big but. It's only limited access, then after that you have to buy the game. So there's two ways of looking at this. Notch is taking advantage of the Humble Indie Bundle, which is designed for charity, to promote his own work, or he knows how popular Minecraft is, obviously, well, everyone does, and he's decided to push some of that traffic towards the Humble Indie Bundle so more people buy it and produce more money for charity. So there's positive and negative. Shrewd businessman in me would just say he's doing it to get more sales.
But then I look at it and I look at the fact that he's donated $4,048 to the bundle. I think that ain't true business.
Donator, ain't he?
That's a lot of money. I mean, I know Minecraft is so popular it'll probably make it back within like 2 weeks, but no matter how you look at it, $4,000 is not to be sniffed at.
He made that back in a day, easily. It's got millions of active accounts, ain't it? Yeah, Minecraft's worth millions. I'm sure Mojang were worth about $30-something million at one point. They're probably worth more now, so it's nothing to it. So he could have donated more, but he's donated, so you can't knock the guy for that. And he is bringing more traffic to the bundle. But the bundle itself, I haven't actually played any of the games yet from it. I mean, you've got the Crayon Physics game, Cogs, V, what the hell, Hammer Fight, which, well, I remember talking to you in TeamSpeak about it. I was like, Hammer Fight, and you were like, good lord, I hope it's what I think it is, but it probably ain't. Just a massive fight with like sledgehammers and claw hammers.
I bet it ain't.
I know, I think it's some kind of steampunk helicopter game with a hammer on the front of it. It looks mad. And Yet It Moves, which is another platformer game where the whole world spins around, which is just give me a massive migraine, and I'll be on the floor going, oh, please.
I have to admit, I've been trying Crayon Physics Deluxe, right, because I saw that when it came out, and it looks
like an iPad game or something.
Unbelievably weird. But I tried it, and the thing is, it's not massively complicated, and all you're doing is like drawing solutions to puzzles, but it is horribly addictive. You sit there for like hours just playing it. Then you look at the clock and think, I've just been drawing with a crayon for 2 hours. What have I done with my life? But it's interesting, like, and I don't know. Somehow it keeps you occupied, even though it looks like it shouldn't. So that at least was worth the. I can't even remember how much it was that was donated, but it was worth it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can donate what you like, so it's up to you how much you want to pay for it. It could be cheapo and pay $1, or you can make a decent donation, because obviously, you can also decide where the money goes as well, like how much goes to charity, to the developers, how much you want to tip the Humble Indie Bundle for, and all kinds of stuff like that. But it's still for a good cause. So definitely, if you don't have the games, I'll go and pick it up. I'll stick a link in the description again. We have another competition running. It's like we're running loads of bloody competitions. We've got a Mount and Blade competition. All you have to do is go to www.unitlost.com/forum and sign up to the forum. And we'll select a random sign up from basically the start of the forum until, is it the end of August? Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll give you a free copy of Mount and Blade, because everybody knows how crazy our Mount and Blade stuff is, and we'll give you a free copy.
You've got to do it. You've got to get Mount and Blade. You've got to try and get Mount and Blade. It's immense, stupid, ridiculous, unbelievably fun game. Even if you do get shot in the head.
Yeah, insta kill, bad times. Space Marine release date's confirmed. Now this is a game we're looking forward to. The release date is, well, according to pre-orders, the 6th of September 2011. So there'll probably be loads of videos up on Unit Lost around about that time of us slashing hundreds of orcs into the abyss, because I believe it's co-op. It'll just be it's like, I don't want to say it's my dream 40k game, because it's not, because to me my dream game would be like a, you know, like a massive ×4 strategy like Sins of a Solar Empire. Imagine that'd be pure. But this is like, if I had to have a second game, it would be this. You, sir, are a massive space marine, sir, and you go around and slash everybody, sir, with all that crazy weapons. Did I say it's in third person, sir? And there's just loads of gore like you won't believe.
It's gonna. I'm actually excited for this. It's been a long time since I've been excited for a game, but I'm a massive 40k nerd essentially, and I played it for years when I was in school. I still got a load of the models. I got half the codexes. I played.
Kiri even knows a guy who works in their art department. He's that addicted.
It's just, oh god, I can't wait for it. It's going to be immense. And also, they revealed recently that with the multiplayer, it's like a ranking up thing. So as you rank up, you unlock new weapons and things. And there's things like chainsaws and massive maces and double-handed thunder hammers and stuff. And, I can't handle it. I just can't handle the excitement. I want it now. I want it right this second, but I've got to wait.
So that's all we've got to say about that, really. It's like, there's going to be loads of coverage on it. You just know it is. It's just going to be mental. Metro got a new trailer out. Now, it was something about the Reich. I mean, it's clearly underground tunnel Nazis, but they haven't got the swastika because it'd get banned in Germany, I reckon. Because I'm sure that's it's the law. You can't have swastikas and whatever on display. Because I remember Return to Castle Wolfenstein had the same problem. They had to change it because they put like swastikas in it and it got banned in Germany, so they had to change the swastikas to something else.
Even though I'm sure at the end of that game, didn't you actually kill Hitler? Was it Return to Castle Wolfenstein that you did that?
Oh no, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. You killed like I can't remember. You know, it was like, I remember being in an arena. Somebody will tell us in the comments, but he was in an arena and he was like shooting a big lad.
I'm sure I remember like a mechanical Hitler. Maybe I'm just off my face. I'm sure I remember that from a game somewhere.
Mechanical Hitler.
I can't remember what it was. What am I? Anyway. Yeah, if anyone remembers what I'm talking about, or even if it exists, do tell, because I'm starting to worry about myself.
So all I know about Metro, especially the new one, is the graphics look kind of good. English lessons from Stylosa. But that's basically it. So, you know, we'll keep following that. We'll see what happens with it. And there's been a Deus Ex Human Revolution stealth trailer. Now, I've ripped on Kirioth in the comments here. I don't know whether he's read it or not. Let's find out. Have you read it, Mr. Kirioth?
I haven't, no, actually. I was off at this particular moment.
Now's a good time to go and read it. Maybe you'd like to read it out loud into the microphone.
Oh, I see, sir. I'll let you read it, sir.
So, this is a direct quote from UnitLost.com. Have the new Deus Ex Human Revolution stealth trailer and love it. I'm not sure about you, but screw stealth. I'm going in all guns blazing, baby. Kirioth, on the other hand, he's a pussy. He'll be hiding behind walls, begging not to get binned. I can see him now screaming, please, over and over at the monitor, begging the bad guys to leave him alone. Now, that may in fact be a total lie. But what the stealth stuff, I mean, it's Deus Ex, so it's like, I kind of probably, like, I'll start off trying to be stealthy, but then I know what'll happen to me. I'll just get taken over by the rage, and I'll just start running in, drilling people. Now, the thing with Deus Ex is, you can like change your augments and all that, so it's like, I'd end up wasting points in stealth, and then suddenly thinking, no, I just want loads of firepower.
I'm not even going to look at stealth. I don't care about stealth. If there's an option in there that has basically got hand-to-hand being able to punch people through walls...
think there is. Yeah, there is.
That's what I'm going to do, because I'll never...
elbow blades as well.
I once tried to play Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell when that came out, and I wasn't even stealthy in that, and that is a stealth game. I have no interest in such things. It's all guns blazing, fist to the face or nothing. Oh, just no, just you can't play.
I apologise for that
stealthy.
noise again. I left my email client on, as I seem to do for every single recording. The thing with Deus Ex is it's coming out fairly soon, ain't it? I think it's the 28th of August it comes out, or the 26th. I know it's during I-43, or it's just before I-43, something like that, which we're also going to, by the way, which is the multiplayer big gaming land in Telford, the Ice Centre. Advertisement for the win.
There you go. That's the thing. That's something else, actually, that I know we decided, well, we got the passes and stuff to go, was it last week or the week before? It is worth mentioning now, though, we are going to be at I-43 for the entire weekend. So if you're going to be there, come to the site. We're going to put a post up. And if you're there, we want to meet you one evening, like go out for a drink or something. We're going to be there. We're going to have something to eat. We're going to have a massive drink. And if you're there and you want to talk about games, just find us. We'll be around. We'll be
you
around.
Won't miss us because we'll have
the entire weekend.
T-shirts on.
Yeah, you'll be able to see us from a mile off. So come over and say hello. Buy us a drink, something to eat. Pay for our weekend. Knock yourselves out.
Fantastic. Okay, so going on. There's a little game called Doom Legacy. Right, it's not a little game. It's a fan remake of Doom 2. I ain't going to explain what Doom 2 is, because if you don't know what it is, then you need to stop listening, because you're a disgrace. But there are some problems with it. We wanted to record it for Unit Lost. The problem is, it don't record. Our recording software just doesn't record it, and we can't edit the sound. So even using the Windows sound options in the volume mixer and all that stuff, it just doesn't want to know. So it's like, well, hardly a big loss, but it is multiplayer. And if you want to jump into our forums, unitlost.com/forum, we will get some games going over the weekend, because it's meant to be multiplayer. Like, we haven't tested the multiplayer functionality out, but people say it works, so you've got to have faith. You gotta have faith. Ooh, I gotta have faith.
It's a bit of George Michael.
So, I mean, really, let's wrap this up. That's kind of all that's happened this week, I think. If we've missed anything major, then we do apologise. We do try to keep our finger on the pulse of the gaming news. I mean,
there's one thing.
Well, there's like Tribes Ascend screenshots and stuff like that, but it's hardly mega news, is it?
There's something that I completely failed to actually put on the site, for which I am sorry, but it is something that needs to be discussed before we go. For it is indeed Duke Nukem Forever's downloadable content, which is called. They had to explain it in the title because it's just that bad. The Parody Pack, which seems to feature hats.
Team Fortress 2. Come on, test it on me, because I haven't seen any news on this. So hats, Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, there's a 2-fort map.
What's that? Is that a map from Team Fortress 2?
Yep, 2 forts, 1 ridge it's called. Although, hilariously, the line for that says, hats, Duke doesn't need no stinking hats. Give him a minigun and he'll beat off all comers.
Oh my
which is
God.
the worst ending to any sentence that has ever been made.
But it appeals to idiots.
Yeah, but beat off all comers?
It's terrible, bloke.
But he's not a prosy service. What the hell is that? You can't... Oh, anyway... another thing is called Call of Duke, which is the most subtle thing I've ever seen.
Well, let me guess,
Call
of Duty.
Yeah, I don't know how you got that block. It was, they've really gone over the top with their amazing naming system of making it subtle and intelligent. And no, Call of Duke. Anyway, that is Duke's new first ever DLC.
I wonder how I missed it. I bet you the reason I missed it is because if I see anything with Duke Nukem Forever in, I just don't even read it. Which is like, I mean, I played the demo. I never bothered with the full game. Obviously, after, if anyone's watched what my thoughts were of the demo, which were in my early game commentary days, but it was bad, really, really bad. And it's like I cannot play that game, and so I just completely erased it from my mind. So whenever I see Duke Nukem 3D. I just don't even register it. It's like, oh, goodbye, Duke.
But
there you go, people.
It is terrible.
Fairness, son,
so
it's dire.
It's a terrible
There's no
game.
fairness about it. Terrible damage. We're going down. Anyway, so I think that we'll wrap this up. That was the first edition of this amazing weekly round table discussion sort of thing. I think it works. If it don't, let us know. But there'll be more episodes of it, so maybe that's a pointless suggestion. But we'd like to see comments in the thread. Take part in the conversation, because we'll comment in the thread, in the YouTube bloody comments. We'll comment as well. I know some people are anti-YouTube comments, but not us. It's funny to read them. I love it when people flame me anyway. Anyway, I'm getting out of here because I'm just dribble on. So I've been Stylosa.
I've been Kirioth.
He sure has. And this is UnitLost.com's weekly roundup of gaming news, and we'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.